Hey everybody, Phil here from Desperado 2. I am back in Florida. I came down for a few weeks to do some repairs on the boat. It's turned into a few months, so I just wanted to give you an update on kind of what I'm doing. And this video is really on a project which has turned into a bit of a rabbit hole, and it's been replacing these deadlights. Now, I'm in the process of it right now, so bear with me. So anybody that has deadlights in their boat, and these just fixed pieces of plastic in your cabin top, on the sides of your cabin top, they leak. And I don't know anybody that hasn't really had a problem with them over the years. The person who owned the boat before me had tried various methods. One of them was to use butyl tape behind there and put screws in, which I gotta be honest, the screw thing does not really work as well as you think it would, because the Lexan itself is going to expand and contract a lot more than the fiberglass hull around it. So you have to leave basically a larger hole than you would think, so to account for that expansion and contraction. Many of them you'll see have cracks around them, and what do? They provide a new space for water to leak in. So in heavy rains you get leakage. Even in light rains we got leakage. So I'm going to show you where I started and what I did. I'm going to be quick because I don't like long drawn out videos, as you know. So first I removed them. Now the problem I had was, and this one here is not one I've worked on yet. Well, I did rebed it a few years ago, but you can see these stress cracks here in the fiberglass. So there's no point in putting new windows in when you have cracks all the way around, which will eventually lead to more water intrusion. So what I had to do is grind out each one of those cracks with a little Dremel tool, fill it with gel coat. Well, of course the gel coat didn't quite match, so the rabbit hole continues. I ended up deciding to paint the decks. Well, painting the decks in this heat was just not something I wanted to do. So what I've done is I've just taped off a 3/4 inch stripe around here, and I just put some all grip on there for now. This is Matterhorn white. I'm going to continue the whole deck with Matterhorn white as I continue to repair all those stress cracks, those little spider cracks. As you can see, my deck has a lot of them. And then I'll be able to match up the paint and it'll all work fine. So I'm going to get into what's required to make this thing leak proof. And I did a proof of concept with a piece of black Lexan, which I purchased by mistake. I still have that whole sheet there, and it's actually solid black. You can't see through it. Since I'd already cut the piece out of that large piece, I was unable to return it. So this my mistake, but it did actually prove that the method I'm going to use worked. So the first thing I had to do was remove the old piece and then clean out all the stuff in here. Now, this is a CNC. CNC's used a methyl acrate, I think methylacrate, something like that, adhesive, which it's kind of like it dries to an amber color. You'll know if it's in there. You have to chip it all out, and it sort of was kind of in here, like there was a fillet of it all the way in here, and the stuff is hard and it adheres so hard to the gel coat underneath that in chipping it out or trying to grind it out, it is a challenge. I used a little multi-tool, a zippy tool, with a, to get it all out. A lot of hand sanding to smooth all this out. It looks like there's cracks there, but they've all been resealed, I promise you. After that, I ground out each one of the gel coat cracks, refilled them with gel coat. Didn't like the color match, so of course I put the all grip on. So now, how do you put the windows in so that they're not going to leak again? Well, of course I bought the acrylic, so this is one of the sheets that I'm cutting down right now. And as you can see, I put a chamfer all the way around the edge. That is just for the silicone to sit in there. Two products I'm using, and that worked on this piece here, which is actually this piece here. By the way, if you do buy plexiglass like I did, and it's peel back a little piece of it to make sure that you can see through it and it's what you ordered, don't go to Anyway, it was my stupidity that I bought solid black. But what I'm using is this 3/4 inch 3M wide. It's double-sided tape. It's the stuff they use to hold glass in high-rise buildings. Of course, that's going to go all the way around here. All right, so I will run a strip all the way around like that. Then I'm using Dowsil by Dow Products. It's $7.95 silicone. I'm not advertising these products. I just use them and it works. So then what I'm going to do is put a fillet of that all the way around the edge. Then I am going to set the glass in. Now the glass, actually the new piece is up here. It's still got the protected cover on it. Is curved, as you can see. So what I've done is I just left this out in the sun with a piece, something underneath the middle of it, and it's slowly got a bit of a curve to it. But the adhesive in this tape will actually hold it in place, and then that silicone will squeeze out. And of course I'm going to put tape all around the edge, and I'll have to fix up a couple pieces where this paper's come off, but use this protected covering to use a scraper to really make sure it's filled. The other thing I have to do is I want it centered in the hole. You have to leave some play in it because you need room for the silicone and room for the expansion of the Lexan. So I have to actually build it, like when I put it in, I have to have it up a little bit. I don't know if you can see this or not, but I need to make that gap even. So I'm going to use, I don't know, maybe toothpicks or tie wraps, just little pieces in there or something, just to hold it up in the center when I put it in, like that. All right. Anyway, so it's this 3M tape, VHB tape, I think it's called. You can buy it on Amazon, and $7.95 silicone. This is the piece I originally put in, and I put a pressure washer on this thing and it didn't leak. It rained heavy like you wouldn't believe here in Florida, and it didn't leak. So I'm really happy with this method. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And of course I love working with all grip. That's what this is here. So it gave me the finish that eventually I'm going to have on the entire boat. I hope this helps somebody. I don't know if it will or not, but I do hope it does. I only make these videos as sort of, my channel is not monetized or anything, so I just do it for a bit of fun. And I'm here in Green Cove Springs Marina. It's a pretty place. Got a little slip here. And I hope everybody's having a good day, and take care. This is Phil from Desperado 2. Bye.